greatness and also had greatness conferred on him. And all of his greatness he gave to me. I was born great in Christ Jesus. So greatness is in me. So the things that I do become great. Question is, do you want to realize it? God says, commit to me what you plan to do, and your plans will succeed.
You've heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Every day you have to plan.
You need divine direction so that you can do the right things, hook up with the right people, not expend your energies in things that are not profitable. You don't necessarily need more resources, you need better direction. I cleave as a believer to that, acknowledge him in all that way, then he should direct that path, because frankly, many times it is not an issue of needing more money, I need more direction.
Do you want to walk in that vision that God has given you? Do you want to become God's dream? What he's dreamed of, how God sees you. The only reason to remain poor is by choice.
Inspiring habit.
Nothing can keep you poor if you choose not to be. You see, there are some people who are afraid in their lives.
Don't be afraid to fail.
They think they have no advantage in life. So they think, my dad was never rich. I never came from a wealthy home. I don't have any advantage. All I just want in life is if I can get a good job and just, fix myself and have enough for me and my family, I'll be fine. No, life is better than that. Life is bigger than you and your family. Go beyond the limits. Don't keep your life down there.
Don't confuse movement with progress. Remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done.
Let's go. Let's go. Good morning, family. Rise and shine. Another beautiful, blessed, and grateful day. Today is a special one, right? It is officially July 4th, Independence Day. Today is the day to go ahead and be very grateful, to actually celebrate being alive, how far you've come, and be excited for where it is that you're going. So I couldn't be more honestly ecstatic to be on here with you guys. We got a lot of value this morning that I'm ready to go ahead and pour directly into each and every single one of you. So let's go ahead and dive into today. Go ahead and drop down. What are you grateful for? Grateful for God, grateful to be alive, grateful for all the abundance, the blessings, all of the trials and tribulations, because I truly believe that everything in life is happening for us and not to us. And it's leading into and molding us into the individual that we are built and meant to become. So let's go ahead and get into today. Drop your gratitude down, and guess we are going to start on what day are we at? Right, we're still going through the magic. We are on the 28-day challenge of going through gratitude, and today we were on day 11. Okay, today was known as the magic morning. All right, and honestly, I really love this one. This one was so special and perfect timing for today. And here we go. Here's the paragraph for today. You ready? First thing, when you rise in the morning, think of what privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. This comes from Marcus Aurelius. So that's your quote. Here's the paragraph for the day. The easiest and simplest way to ensure that your day ahead will be filled with magic is to fill your morning with gratitude. When you incorporate gratitude in your morning, you will feel and see its magical benefits throughout your entire day. There are so many things to be grateful for in the morning, and it doesn't slow you down to take an extra minute or two to give thanks for your daily routine. There's no room for harmful negative thoughts when your mind is focused on looking for things to be grateful for. After you do those practices, you will go into your day feeling so much happier and more confident that the day ahead will be amazing. This is when you will see the magic happen before your eyes. So when you wake up in the morning, this was big. This is the one thing that I really want you to even catch for the whole piece of gratitude for today. You ready? When you wake up in the morning to a bright new day, before you move, before you even move your fingers to be able to get up and grab the blanket to get off you to go get up, I want you to think about even just doing this. You ready? Say thank you for the fact that you are alive and that you've been given another day of life. Your life is a gift. Every day is a gift. And when you really think about it, it's inconceivable that any of us would wake up in the morning without giving thanks for another day. Something that's so simple, something that we can go ahead and tactically do tomorrow and every day. But just like we say, what's easy to do is also easy not to do what's most important to you. So my challenge for you all, you ready for tomorrow? The first thing when you get up, don't check your phone. Don't say hello to your significant other if anybody else is there. First thing you do when you're awake but your eyes are still closed when you first get up in the morning, that time, right? That theta state right there. Thank you. Try it one day and let me know how you feel. And watch when you can compound that. This is where the true magic begins. So that's how I want to go ahead and start it off for today. Let's go ahead and get into today's topic, right? Happy 4th of July. And today we are going to be going over Independence Day, right? So today is July 4th. So what a better day than to go ahead and start talking about your independence and how to go ahead and get your independence back, right? So first thing, I want to give you guys a story, right? So for those of you that don't know, I've actually been with this company all the way since 2016, right? Since the middle of 2016, and I had no idea about trading, had never built a business before, and what I understood was, let me get the charger in so we don't die. There we go. So what I understood was at the end of the day, I needed mentorship, right? I was lost in my life. I didn't have any independence. I was just getting out of college. I was $30,000 in debt. And I knew that I needed to get around individuals that had the knowledge, that had the information that I was looking for. So when I first got involved with IM, there was literally only 1,200 customers. We had one product and we had Chris Terry that would go live 7 days a week. And that's how we studied. That's how we literally started off a handful of years ago. And what I started to notice as time went by is we started to grow, we started to advance and adapt. And it really just showed me how powerful Chris Terry's vision was at the very beginning when he first birthed and created this company, 1111 Paint Your Vision. So perfect timing. Chris Terry was actually out on a cruise, right? Somebody that's made tens of millions of dollars trading in the market. And he was literally out on a cruise at some exotic place somewhere out in the world. I forget the exact destination, but he tells the story all the time. He was out sitting there and he was out looking out on the balcony at this beautiful view. And he was thinking to himself, I've been able to amass this type of wealth, but to be honest, I'm not fulfilled, right? I still feel like I have a hole somewhere in my heart. So you know what he did was he actually went out and created IM Mastery Academy. And the whole goal to do this was to be able to give back, to be able to teach the newest person a skill set that he knew changed his life. Chris Terry was somebody that was from New York, didn't come from money, had a very tough childhood, but he went on to become a multi-millionaire. In fact, now he's even close to becoming a B. So it just goes to show what you can really do when you have the right type of mentorship, when you have the right type of guidance, and when you can actually take advantage of the skill sets that we have right here next to our fingertips. So when he went out and he actually created IM Academy about 10 years ago, guess what day that he actually birthed and created this company? Let's see if you guys know. What day do you guys think IM Academy was created? Ironic timing. Guess what? The Academy was created on the 4th of July, today, with the entire purpose and mission to be able to give you and I, anybody else that's open-minded and willing to learn, to be able to get their independence back. Because Chris Terry understood, normally if you want to learn how to trade, if you want to learn these type of skills and get this access, you had to pay thousands of dollars. You had to have millions of dollars in your banking account to even be on New York. And even after that, to learn how to trade, it's still thousands to actually learn the skill set. So he wanted to make it, applicable whether you're a college student, you're a mechanic, you're in construction, you're an entrepreneur, you're a student, that anybody can be able to come in here from any walk of life and take advantage and use this as a vehicle. Because here's the truth. Everybody's passion, everybody's vision, it might be different, but here's what we started to understand. We all are going for time freedom. That's something we all want, but we needed a vehicle. We needed a way that we can all do it. And this is why this company has been somewhere that I planted my flag since 2017. Because I don't care about where you come from. I don't care about where you're at right now. I've been able to see what these skill sets can do in anybody's life that's willing to take it seriously and not take it curiously, right? So first thing I want to go ahead and talk about getting into, we're talking about the 4th of July. We're talking about independence. So what did they have to do on Independence Day? If you really pay attention, right? They had to go ahead and write a declaration, right? The Declaration of Independence, strictly stating the policies, the values. What do you plan to see in the future? Guess what? We all need to do the same exact thing with our independence, right? We all need to go ahead and write out our declaration letter. Essentially, when I was living out of my car, had no job, I pretty much wrote out my letter. I am blessed and grateful now that X by 25 years old. That was my declaration letter. That was my policy. That was part of my values that I embodied to be able to give me a purpose, to help me align my priorities, that allowed me to go ahead and take action and then get results. Okay, that's where it really starts. Purpose, priority, actions, results. So you've got to be able to get your purpose first, right? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why did you take this time to really go ahead and learn the skill set to get around this type of value and mentorship? Write your declaration down. Okay, you guys can do it a couple different ways. You can write out your vision for yourself for the end of the summer, your vision for yourself for the end of 2022, but get it clear, right? We were on one of our mentorship calls this morning, and we were talking about how important it is to get the details, right? To get specific when you're dreaming. Somebody asked, well, what do you mean about getting specific? Like, how specific do we actually need to get? Well, you know what they said? He said, okay, I want you guys to think about your dream destination, right? If you have all the money that you have right now, if today is 4th of July and you wanted to bring your family anywhere in the world, where would you take them? Where would they want to go? Some of you might have never even thought that far. Something that's actually really special in July, in this month, I'm actually able to go ahead and take my family over to New Jersey, paid for an Airbnb, have a spot for 5 days to be able to take them and travel right there on the beach, right there on the shore, a mile away, a block away. This is something I've been envisioning, something I've been able to see for years that I could be able to do to help pay for my family to experience this type of life and abundance. And I've envisioned it for years now. I saw being able to get this spot. I saw everybody being able to travel and be excited from different areas, being able to everybody walk together a block away and go to the beach and let go of all the problems and just be present in the moment. I saw this in my mind for years. And now it's happening right here, right now, this month, right? Where I can go out and spend 2 days with them to actually enjoy it, right? To enjoy the fruits of the labor. So important. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys this question. You ready? Where is it that you would like to travel if money wasn't an issue? Okay. Now let's get deep with it. Here's my visualization for today. I know a lot of you love the visualization. So here's my visualization for you today. Number one, if you could travel, where would you go? Drop it down below. Where would you travel? Bali, Dubai, Indonesia, Thailand, Greece, the Mykonos, Spain, South Africa. I don't know where it is for you, but I need to get your wheels turning on this because this is part of the dreaming process, right? As the dream team, I'm here to help teach you how to dream. Okay, this is so important. This is why dreamers are one of the highest elevated people, because they've learned how to think for themselves. Okay, so you have the destination. Now, my next question for you is who's going to be picking you up when you arrive at your destination? What do they look like? What kind of car are you getting picked up in? What does your Airbnb look like that you're going to stay at? What does that part of city look like? What are you close to? And I want you to get so serious with this, dead ass. I want you to get so serious to go online, and I want you to go find the Airbnb. Go type in the city that you're staying, find an Airbnb, see how much it is, and start embodying that feeling. I want you to see what is around the area. Look up in the city. Is there skydiving? Is there a beautiful beach? Are these elegant restaurants? And I want you to think about getting in that feeling for these elegant restaurants. How are you going to dress when you go ahead and walk in there? What does the beach smell like? What does the sand feel like when you're walking on at sunset and you can feel the sea breeze? You can feel the ocean right in your face. What do the views look like? What kind of blessing is your family saying to you, thanking you for you helping giving that experience? This is real visualization. This is why they say that the details is where the magic happens. The ice cold water, right? The beach to be able to meditate. I love it. This is it. Okay, so this is how you start writing down your declaration. How do you want your life to look like? You see, many of us are so stuck in living in our past and talking about our problems. You're replaying your future, but you haven't spent any time pre-playing your future. We're replaying our past. We're not pre-playing our future. I'm going to say it again. Many of us are spending so much time replaying our past that we haven't spent any time pre-playing our future. What do you want your future to look like? What does it look like when you've stepped into that version that you are looking to become? What does your future look like when you have your activities and you're now being productive and not just busy? Okay. So you've got to be able to put these things down on paper, and something even for the morning that we all did over the 12-week program, we had to write a list of 500 things that we've accomplished in our life at one point in time that we didn't know we could do. Now, when you start thinking about that, you're going to be like, D, I don't know if I can think of 500 things. I can maybe think of 1,000 negative things that I've done wrong. But when it comes to 500, I don't know if I could even think about that. And it's funny because they asked somebody that question on the call today. They're like, how long do you think it would take you to go ahead and write 500 things that you've accomplished in your life at one point in time that you didn't know you could do? You know what her answer was? She said, I need like 3 days. He's like, you need 3 days to think about 500 things that you've done well. You know what's wild? You've done 500 things well today. So when you start to actually think about how many beautiful, amazing accomplishments that you actually have, you start to realize that how powerful you really are and how much our brain is stuck on things that we've done wrong, things that didn't go well in the past. But the truth is, you're more abundant than you can ever imagine, and we forget all of the beautiful things that we've actually done. So the next time that you get a problem, what if you had 500 things off the top of your head that you've already gotten through? Do you think that one negative problem would outweigh 500 positive things? Absolutely not. But this is the power of being awareness. This is the power of learning how to live in the now. Okay. This is crucial. You've got to be able to learn these things. This is so huge. So this was my part of the visualization. Now let's go ahead and go a little bit deeper. Okay. So I had you write your declaration. I had you visualize where it is that you want to go. If you could bring your family, so you can start to feel that and embody that feeling every day that you wake up. Okay. The next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is right here. Okay. Your emotions, right? Drop a 2 down below if you feel like you've been a little bit emotional lately. Life can be beating you up. You could have things that have been happening, right? Don't feel shy. Go ahead and put it down below, myself included. We've all been there. Okay. Everybody's going through different things, but here's what I need you to understand. When you have emotion, okay, when you have emotion and you're able to channel that emotion into something positive, into actually manifesting it, this is where the beauty begins. Because you know what the truth is? Manifestation is most powerful when you are emotional, believe it or not. So if you've ever been going through things and you're thinking about negative things happening and you have more negative situations happen in your life, that's not a coincidence. You manifested that. You manifested that into your life. What you think about, you bring about, right? Where focus goes, energy flows. That's true. So you've got to be able to understand when you're going through different situations in life, it is this period in time where you can use this emotional state to now get to where it is that you want to go. And I'll give you a perfect example. Okay. One of the quotes that our mentor said this morning, he said, ask in pain for the thing that is not painful. I'm going to say that again. Ask in pain for the thing that is not painful. So you might be in pain right now, right? You might have relationships, you might be homeless, you might have things going on with your family and your relationships right now. But I want you to understand that if you can ask for the thing that is not painful, even though you're painful right now, you're going to be able to attract that and become magnetic with that into your life. Okay, this is real faith. This is how faith works. Anybody that you see that's successful, that's wealthy, okay, most of the time, it didn't just happen. They had to be able to see something that wasn't there at one point in time in their life where maybe they weren't doing the best. Maybe they were quote unquote struggling. Okay. But they had to have the faith to be able to see it even though it wasn't there. Okay. So the nugget for this is just understanding that we are manifesting in every state. If you're in a negative state and you're thinking about it, you're bringing about more negative things in your life. It goes vice versa. How many of you can start envisioning leaders joining your business? How many of you can start envisioning you withdrawing $1,000 in 2 months' time from your trading account? How many of you can start envisioning that you put out a video and it goes viral because people are thanking you for that value that they were waiting to hear? This is manifestation. Or you can start thinking about the other side. I'm so pissed off that nobody's joining my business. I'm so upset that my family doesn't see my vision. I'm so upset that nothing is going my way. None of my trades are hitting. Well, guess what? You're thinking about that. You're manifesting that. You're going to bring more about that into your life. Okay? So this is huge. This is so important that all of us need to really understand. I'm going to go ahead and end it off with this. You ready? Your story. Okay? Your story. What is your story going to be that somebody else can listen to and learn from? Chris Terry, I think about it all the time. This Independence Day, this is a story that he can now go back years and years and be able to talk about. He created a company. He created something that will last generations to come because he was willing to get uncomfortable. He was willing to do something that made him nervous. And this is a story that will last for decades to come. So my question for you is, when you write down your declaration, when you write out your vision, when you write out what it is that you want to manifest, what is the story that you're going to leave behind? And what is the story that you can now tell somebody else that you can help them get another perspective? You don't need to wait until you're wealthy, till you're traveling, until you have all these abundant things to be able to tell your story. Your story is already here, right? In life, we never stop. We never start. There's only doing. So you already have a story, be able to give it to the world. And now I want you to take it a step further. Okay. Your story is three things: where you were, where you're at, and where you're going. When you start speaking where you're going, this is one of the most important parts, because you've got to be able to embody that as if it's already happened. What does your body look like by the end of summer when you started eating alkaline and whole foods, right? What does your mindset look like when you're studying personal development, you're calling your mentor, and you're reading every day? This is the type of visualization, this type of declaration story I want you to start thinking and visualizing for yourself, because success is different to all of us, but I want you to start envisioning yours for yourself, because there's two things that's going to really change the game for you. Ready? Number one is changing your state, and number two is the magic dust. Who can tell me what the magic dust is? We've all been going through the 28 days of gratitude. You're on day 11 or so far if you started with us on time. Who can tell me what the magic dust is? It's really simple. Gratitude. You're able to sprinkle magic dust on every aspect of your life into other people's life. You can sprinkle gratitude today, tomorrow. Every day is a decision that you can go out and choose to do so. Yes, magic dust. Opening a door for somebody, saying thank you, being blessed and grateful for your mirror, thanking God of the universe for allowing you to even wake up today. This is the magic dust. Your state and your magic dust will end up controlling a huge part of your life. So if we can be very intentional with this, this is where the magic happens. Okay. So I believe this is going to be a year of double the growth, double the blessing, double the success, if you are ready and when you are ready to go ahead and make the decision that you can go ahead and make this life one of design, make this life one that you are proud of, and make this life one that you can go ahead and look back and tell your kids, if you have any, that they're going to be able to do the same. So I love you. Go out and have an abundant day. Today is the 4th of July. Write down your declaration, right? I've got mine as well. I wrote mine here so you guys can see. I'm not just talking about it. I'm doing it with you as well. This is where the magic happens, okay? Declaration is right here. 4th of July. My 4th of July Declaration of Independence, right? I have my vision. I have my manifestation. I know where I'm going. People follow people that know where they're going. So my question for you is, do you know where you're going? Okay. And if the answer is yes, I'm here to tell you the only thing that's left to catch up is time. So I love you, family. Go out, enjoy your day. I appreciate you. I love you. If nobody told you today, you are powerful. You are a leader. You are amazing. You are abundant. And I can't for you. Let's go out and make it happen. Love you, family. It's game time.